Hello Year 4, this is your art lesson for this week. Now for art this week, we get to make our iceberg. Okay, I'm going to show you mine first before I tell you how I made it. So this is my iceberg. Just a bit of that. It's a bit messy in places. Okay, but that's okay. Icebergs are all different and they're not the neatest of objects, are they? So that's my iceberg. I'm going to talk you through step by step of how I made my iceberg. Now, I'll be honest, in places it was very challenging. However, I really enjoyed making it. So I hope that you will enjoy it too. So step 1. So you should see now, hopefully, the flip chart screen. Step 1, I had a base. Okay, first one, I find a base. Okay, and I just used an Amazon package. Okay. And then for the dome bit, I used a cereal box. I found that this one, they're quite thin cardboard and they're quite flexible. So I sort of scooped it and made a dome and that was my cereal box. And then step 2, now you might think, what on earth did you do there? To be fair, that was a bit of improvisation. I didn't really have a plan. I was just cutting into the cardboard sides and I was just folding it down, okay, to create the peak effect, okay? So I'm trying to create a point in the iceberg. So I just cut it in different places and tried to fold it. The cardboard, excuse me, I can't get my words out. The cardboard was a little bit resistant at times. However, I think you just have to bend it a little bit and put a little crease in it and it should do as you want. I use sellotape to secure mine and stick mine down. But if you do have something stronger other than sellotape, use that instead. Because I have noticed that my sellotape's coming off a tiny bit. So it's not a big deal, but if you have got something stronger, use it. But don't worry if you haven't. Okay, so I did that. And then I made my paper mache. So all it is plain flour to water. So I filled up a mug of plain flour and a mug of water, put them all together. I just have a good mix around, making sure I try to get rid of all the lumps. It might take a little while to mix it round. Now, when I was making this, I realised I don't have any paintbrushes. So I couldn't paint my flour water mixture onto my iceberg. So what I used instead is I found some really strong bits of cardboard. Just from any packages that you might have received this last couple of weeks. And I just used that to stir it and I used that to paint on the iceberg. Now, I thought, I'm not sure whether some of you have these kind of materials and I thought maybe some of you haven't got these kind of materials. So I thought it'd be really good to just try it out with limited materials and see how I got on with it. And actually it all worked out really well. So you don't need the paintbrush. You don't need, strong sellotape. It would help, but it doesn't matter too much. Okay, so don't worry if you think, oh, I can't make it because I haven't got the materials. You don't have to make it this week. Save up all of your cardboard and make it another week. Okay, so get saving all that cardboard. So I mixed my paper mache and I painted it on using my bit of cardboard. I did notice after a while it went a bit soggy. So I did have to switch it for a new one. But that's okay. I did that. And then I stuck a layer. So I painted over the side of my iceberg in step 3. And I stuck some kitchen roll on it. I just stuck one sheet on. Okay. And I just left it there to dry. I tried to just make sure that every bit was covered that I wanted to be covered. And then I painted back over it with the flour and water mixture. And then I did the same to the other side in step 4. So then I made sure all of my iceberg was covered and I painted the paper mache foil, flour and water mixture onto my iceberg. And then I let it dry. I would let it dry overnight, okay? And then I'd do another layer, okay? And that's what I did. I did another layer. And I'd probably stop there and leave it. You might notice that it might go a little bit yellow. So hopefully some of you got some paint So paint your iceberg really bright white, or you might find a different method on painting your iceberg. But still, you gave it a good go, and I hope that you have really good fun with it. Okay, so hopefully by the end of this lesson, you would have made your iceberg. You don't have to use my method. If you have a different way of doing it or a different idea, then you go ahead, you designed it, you've decided what you wanted to do. I'm more than happy for you to do what you wish, but I know me and Miss Paget would love to receive pictures of your iceberg this week, and I hope that you had as much fun as I did making it this week. So have a good time, year 4. Remember to check out the wider curriculum overview for a bit of information on there about things you might need. And I hope that you have fun. Speak to you later, year 4. Bye bye.